Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Doki Doki Literature Club. So, got through one day's worth, I guess. I'm still kind of worried about where this is going to go, but we'll see. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. It was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Skills, ability, same thing. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand out to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They're gingerly exchanging sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch their expressions change. Oh right, these two don't exactly... Right. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is... cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clear about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant... the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. I do have a couple suggestions. Oh, she's getting angry. Oh, man. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Well, that's not really constructive criticism, to be completely honest. Sure, if the people like the work, then they can give you some, but I honestly feel like sometimes the best people that can give criticism, especially when it comes to stuff, are people, well, okay, no, the best people that actually do criticism are those that do like it, but would suggest a few things to it. If someone completely disliked it, then it's probably going to have a slight bias to the way that they do critiques. Sayori liked it. And Hawk did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. But what if you didn't like hers? You see the logic you're doing here? First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Hawk liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh. Didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Hawks appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? Hipper, I need you to do something for me. How do you know that he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Oh, uh-oh. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one who grew his size bigger as soon as... These hawks started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you! I don't like fighting, guys! Suddenly both girls turned towards me, as if they just noticed I was standing there. Look, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. Oh yeah, that's a real great argument. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems overly convoluted, or all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. What? Help me explain that to her, Hawk. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Hawk? Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? So I don't know anything about writing. But whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course that's going to be... Help me, Sayori! Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So I said to turn to Yuri. Yuri? Guys, I don't like where this is going. You need to know I don't like where this is going at all. Ugh. But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Eh? Yeah. Everyone's finding is making Sayori uncomfortable. Look at the two you keep fighting when you're making your friend feel like this. Hawk. That's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's not fair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? You're listening to yourself. This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just wanted everyone to get along and be happy. She's actually got tears in her eyes. Oh. I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems. They're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute. There's nothing wrong with that. Yuri's poems, as they always were. Ah, yes. This is the point she wanted to make. That is such a weird comment. Yeah, that's about how I think both of them would feel about right now. Sayori. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monika stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So, this is why Sayori is vice president. I whisper to Monika. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, it's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess it means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes she's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her... I hate you. I hate you so much. Why you do this to me? That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monika smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I can get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How'd you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. How about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Maybe you learned something from your friends, too. And your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little bit more about the kind of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can do at least a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Huck, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. Truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. Can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. You know, Hop, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in Club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. I think everyone really likes you too. That's, every day's gonna be so much fun. Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Wait, what? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this. I kind of feel like I should be assuming people have played this game by now. If you haven't, I'm gonna try to avoid spoilers, but at the same time, me having played this once, it's gonna end up happening that I'm gonna be like reacting to something that I wouldn't have got the first time around, like that last bit with Monica. I'm gonna try my best not to mess that up, but it's gonna pop up every now and then, so I apologize for those that are watching this series, or at least anything Doki Doki related for the first time, but that's just gonna kind of be how it is. So, oh boy. I need to try to get Sayori one more time. Probably would be nice to unlock both of those together. Then I could probably spend an episode looking through Sayori's little arc that she's got. So, this is gonna be interesting. I think Pure is one in it. Nope, wrong one. Excitement, probably. Yep. Fireflies? Yep. I think Depression actually is one of hers, isn't it? Yeah. Let's see. Fun? Okay. Well, I'm pretty heavy into Sayori now. Now, the only way you have to like kind of look up these words on a guide. I have a general idea what they are because just from what I know from their characters so far, you can kind of pick it up as you go through the poems. So, over time you can learn them. Not to mention some of them are just gonna repeat anyway. So that's just gonna be the way it is. Melody, probably not hers. Yeah, I'll go ahead and give it to Natsuki anyway. Hopeless feels like a Sayori one. Poop. Puppy. Puppy's pretty cute. That's probably a Natsuki one. What's Agon? I'm curious, what is this one? That is a Yuri one, okay. Fireworks, probably Sayori. Jumpy? Oh, that's hers. Joy. Yep. I'm like sitting here trying to figure out what I want to. I know happiness is hers too. Because like happiness and depression are two I know of because Monica's mentioned that she, in one of the dialogues, it's like she likes both good happy things and sad things at the same time. Which is not necessarily a bad thing. Being balanced in that regard is good. What is Vertigo? I'm going to assume that's hers. Why does your thing have to look so sad? Why must you look so sad, Yuri? Why do you do this? Promise. Inferno feels like Inferno's probably hers. Tragedies? Yeah. Well, Sadness is also hers. Cry is probably hers? Yeah. Charm. You had Cry, so Tears makes sense. Ugh. I don't want to know whose is this one. It is Yuri's. Okay. I feel like the really intense words generally tend to be hers. So that's more of me just wanting to figure that out. Sparkle. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hey, look. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. Eh? It's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Want me to take a look at your purse, Sayori? Eh? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. Just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill on the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. It's not fair. How'd you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So that you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves the one option. Ah! Caught red-handed. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. Eh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in a book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell her to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. I really like it when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution. Retribution, I was about to say. Or consequences. Let's just leave it at consequences. Still, coming from you, Sayori. Guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if that weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making— That's a little manipulative. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ah! Ow. What was that? Eh? A cookie! Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution? Restitution? Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you. But then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki! It's so nice of you. I'm so happy. This is a very different experience from the previous day. Sunny hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sunny tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. It's so good. Sunny suddenly claps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Oh, yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Now, why do you think I gave you the other one? Fine. I'm so happy that you shared this one with me. Sunny gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Oh, jeez. I get it. The cookie's still in hand. Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Uh-huh. Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Geez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori... Eh? Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. Eh? You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. Oof. I don't know how to feel about that statement. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Oh, there you are. Didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Eh? Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. It's so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Why are you looking at me? Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was a study hall. To be honest, I just kinda lost track of time. Makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it, since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't, really. I kind of just started recently. I always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I'll let you down, Hawk. Monica smiles sweetly. Ah. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Oh no. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. And I really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. Looks like everyone has settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back in her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Huck! Sayori suddenly comes up to me. I'll get supplies from another classroom. Wanna come with me? Supplies? What for? Well, you know how the festival's coming up? Me and Monica, we're gonna make some posters and stuff. So I need to find some crayons and markers and glue sticks. Huh, I see. Sure, I'll go with you. Yay! Okay, Monica, we'll be back soon. Huh. Are you going with Hawk to get the supplies? There's no need to trouble yourself. Be happy to go with him. But I wanted to go. It's so much fun exploring empty classrooms and stuff. Okay. That's just a suggestion. See if you can find poster paper too, alright? Okay. Ready, Hawk? Yeah, let's go. I'm a little worried. Sayori and I exit the clubroom. I follow behind as Sayori hums and skips around the hallway. Honestly, feels like I'm taking a kid to the mall or something. I mean, she does kind of act pretty energetic. That's just her nature, though. Sayori finds pleasure in the simplest things sometimes. Hey, Sayori. Looks like we're doing for the festival anyway. I'm not sure how you would make an event out of literature. Me and Monica have it all planned out. I'm pretty sure it should be Monica and I, but it's fine because it's Sayori. Don't you worry. Is that so? Yep. We're into a poetry performance. A performance? Of what kind? Well, everyone is going to take turns on stage. Recite their favorite poems. Ah, that sounds kind of dull. Hawk, you're not thinking about it the right way at all. It's not just about reading poems, it's about performing them. Like you say the lines of the poet and like, between my feet, the last remaining flower beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, caressing the final joyous moments between my fingers. But to what ends have I summoned this joy? From now, when I look at in every direction, the once prosperous field before me is but a barren wasteland. I was reading this and then I saw her face, just like, ah! Like that. Sayori, how do I put this? I'm sure it's just me, but it's impossible for me to take you seriously when you talk like that. You meanie. I'm working super hard on this, you know. I know. I just meant that it's a pretty unordinary contrast to your cute self. See that? It's embarrassing. But I guess that means I'm doing a good job. Yeah, I guess so. I'm super excited. I looked away for a second, accidentally clicked. I'm super excited. The festival's gonna be so much fun. Sayori spins herself around in the hallway again. Hey, Hawk, this classroom over here is empty. Let's begin the mission. The mission, eh? It's been a long time since I've spent time with Sayori like this. But in the end, she hasn't changed one bit. She's nothing but a ball of sunshine, drawing happy vibes from the world around her. It's a pretty nostalgic feeling for me. As the years went by, I began to hole myself up in my room more and more. So going adventuring with Sayori brings about a special sort of feeling I forgot I had in me. The two of us enter the classroom. Sayori heads straight to the closet and I follow. Let's see what we have in here. Crayons! Sayori pulls a box of crayons off the shelf. They're the best brand too. They're kind of dirty though. Sayori starts pulling various crayons out of the box, reading the color names. Alright, that's one down at least. Don't get distracted. We still need to find... Wait, I'm looking for my favorite color. Fine. Please move aside so I can look for the poster paper. I dropped one by accident. Then bends over and smacks her forehead right into the shelf. Ooh. Ah. I forgot. That's gotta hurt. Ah. I did it like a couple of days ago. I opened up the freezer and the fridge at the same time, went to go grab something in the fridge and hit my head against the freezer door. Ah. I could just feel the knot in the back of my head from that. She falls to the floor and the crayons spill over her lap. Oh. You okay? My forehead. Sayori clutches her forehead. Jeez, Sayori. It's just like you, isn't it? Come on, let me see. Since Sayori's sitting on the floor, I grab her by the waist and pull her out of the closet. You have to move your hands, Sayori. But it hurts. Just do it for a second. Sayori slowly releases her hands from her forehead. God, this looks... The like, higher quality artwork looks so much better. Like, it's so noticeable now. My goodness. Also, I really don't see where she hit her head. So, it's either hiding the bruise really well, or it's not that bad of an injury. How many yellow crayons? Is that 2 yellow crayons? What is this color, I wonder? Oh, like a mustard? I don't know, dandelion and mustard yellow, maybe? That's a green. Anyway. I gently brush her bangs to the side. Ow. Sorry. There's a huge red mark on the center of her forehead. I guess it's hiding behind the hair. A bump is starting to form as well. Man, that's gonna swell up. Should find you some ice. Look. Where would I even find ice around this time? I guess a cold drink would do. You don't have to. I'm fine with looking like a unicorn. Sayori, please. Look at the little grin she's got, too. Even wincing from the pain, Sayori makes a silly joke. What are you saying? I'll be right back, okay? Okay. I pat Sayori on the shoulder and run out into the hallway. I look at the nearest vending machine. What should I get? It doesn't really matter since it'll be used as an ice pack rather than a drink. But I know Sayori likes apple juice, so I purchased that one. In just a moment, I'm already returning to the classroom where I left Sayori. She has one palm on her forehead, and is using the other hand to clumsily scoop the crayons back into the box. At least they were already in the wrong spots before I spilled them. Sorry, here. I hand Sayori the bottle of apple. That's a really big bottle of apple juice. Holy crap. It's nice and cold. Sayori opens the cap and starts drinking from it. Sayori, what are you doing? It's for your forehead, idiot. Sorry, I forgot. How hard did you hit your head? Sayori places the bottle against the bump of her head. It stings. Just bear with it, it'll feel better soon. Looks like you cleaned up most of the crayons, so that's good. Hey, Hawk? This kind of reminds me of growing up, doesn't it? What? What do you mean? You know how we used to play outside all the time? I would always try to keep up with you. You were kind of oblivious in some ways. Like I usually fell behind or had trouble climbing on the things you did. But sometimes when I tried to do things I couldn't, I would get myself hurt. I'd fall and scrape myself or get a bump. And I would start crying really hard. You'd rush over as quickly as you could. You'd try really hard to get me to stop crying. It's almost like you blamed yourself and were afraid of getting in trouble if someone found out. Even though it really wasn't your fault at all, you know? Did I really do that? I forgot how, like, deep this moment was between the two of them. Yeah, you don't remember? Come to think of it, I do remember a bit. I guess I was always so focused on my games that I didn't pay enough attention to you. So in a way, it was my fault. Kinda like this time, too. If I wasn't rushing you out of the closet, you probably wouldn't have hit your head. Look, I don't think you realize it, but you're always thinking about other people. Even after all these years. You're rushing to help me, even though I'm just being clumsy. Really a sweetheart. Don't call me that. I don't really do this kind of thing all the time. I guess when it comes to you, it just feels natural. Before I even know it, I'm treating you like that. Guess that's what happens when you've been friends for so long. Really? Maybe you're right. Look, I'm so glad that nothing's changed between us. Do you think it'll be like this forever? Forever? If I'm honest to myself, there's no telling where we'll end up for college or after that. So it wouldn't be fair for me to make any promises. But, well, I hope so. It's been this long already, right? I can't imagine you ever changing. So my hopes are up. I'm so happy. Sayori has a whimsical expression in her eyes. We remain silent for a moment. She's so silly and clumsy on the outside that when I see her deep in thought like this, it makes me not want to disturb her. I guess we should head back. I don't want to worry Monica, you know? Good luck with that. She's gonna see your forehead either way. If I had it under my bangs... I forget how deep, like, some of these scenes really can get. Like, obviously there's some scenes that I'm not gonna talk about, but ones like those really do touch on the character pretty decently. I don't mind it though. It's kind of cute at the end of the day at all. Sayori hops to her feet. She clutches her forehead again. Don't stand up so fast after hurting yourself. Well, I guess it's too late now. Anyway, let's go. I follow Sayori out of the classroom. Sayori plays with her bangs to try to hide the bump, but without much success. In a moment, we make it back to the club room. Ah, you're back. Good timing. I was just about ready to start with sharing our poems. Sayori, your forehead. She's fine. Don't worry about it. I was playing with crayons and smacked my forehead into the shelf. Well, anyway. Monica's like, alrighty then. Were you able to find everything we needed? Uh-huh. I have it right. Sayori frantically glances around herself. I forgot all the stuff! Calm down, Sayori. I have it all right here. I found the poster paper, too. Sounds like you ended up doing all the work, Hawk. Well, Sayori... I felt to come up with an excuse for Sayori. I made it an adventure. Yeah, that. Okay. In any case, good work. I'll start working on the posters tonight. Me too. Okay, everyone. You ready to share your poems? Guess I should grab mine. After making sure the crayon box is closed tightly, return to my seat. What do first? Let's save the best one for last. It's gonna be a Sayori poem, so... Let's go, Monica. Hang on, Hawk. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? I thought you already said I'll take that. Never mind. Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright. It's pretty good. Makes me think of Sayori, like the one you wrote the other day. You two are like the dynamic duo. That's kind of exaggerating it. Yeah, probably. But you just spend a lot of time with her, even in this club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I'm not shy, it's just... I'm just teasing. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everyone. But Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of time. And you can talk to me every now and then, too. I'm not, like, unapproachable or anything, am I? I don't think it's necessary that you're unapproachable, it's more like the game just strictly does not give you a chance. Like, the game legitimately just does not give you the option. It's really sad. No, it's nothing like that. I'm just still getting used to being here, that's all. Yeah. I'm not just putting pressure on you or anything. I really didn't mean it like that. No, don't worry. I get what you're saying. Well, alright. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. Oh god, that's terrifying. The colors won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Ah, that's a very interesting. I get where that's going. God, that's like that's another way to basically say using your nails on a chalkboard. Ha, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. I don't think you would hear as much with that one. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. I actually opened up the menu. I was like, does something happen if I loaded the menu? I can't actually save right now. I just noticed that. Huh. Ugh, I don't know how to feel about that. Can I actually? Does this do anything? Wait. Okay, nothing happens. Okay. I thought something was gonna happen, but it doesn't. Did more distracting than the last one, huh? I guess it's the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I'd never really seen before, I guess. It's kind of like playing with my space on the paper. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's so hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision there. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. Yeah, guys, don't forget, save your game. You never know when you might change your mind. Or when something unexpected may Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. I don't... Huh. Thanks for listening. Nerves rustled. Let's see what you've written for today. Well done, Hawk. Your skills are already improving. Really? Thanks, Sayori. Come from you, that means a lot. Eh? It's nothing. Just happy to help inspire fellow writers. I know you're new to this, so don't worry so much if it seems like you can't get your poem to feel perfect. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Do you feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears? Try letting your mind wander through your feelings, and write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. That's a certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have, an example of that if you'd like to read it. Of course. This is the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. The Raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strained tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hunger, curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in my eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon is taking to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Pavonian conditioning. I slice the bread and feed myself again. I see. A little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't imagine what this poem is about. It's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah. If I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I want to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing. And people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Hawk? Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes, and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might even be ranting a little bit right now. But I'm glad that you're a good listener. I'm glad she appreciates that then. Well, let's see. Natsuki, I don't know if she'd like Sayori's writing that much. You're kind of like Sayori. Well, it's not really any worse than your last one. But I can't really say it's any better either. Wait. What? Well, anything that isn't a train wreck I'll take as a win. I keep accidentally right-clicking there. I get the feeling you're probably the most critical. Hey, what makes you— that's not a bad thing, Natsuki! Yeah, exactly. That's not a negative thing to say about somebody. It just means you're more willing to give critiques on stuff. That's a good thing. Glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Got that face. Well then, keep practicing and maybe you'll be as good as me someday. That's something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. You think so? Yeah, well, I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, she might be on the— you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Sodi has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. That was a little unnecessary. Jeez, that was mean. But think of it this way, if it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. I don't like spiders. I don't think a lot of people like spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggling, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross, she's gross, The world is better off without spider lovers, and I'm gonna tell everyone. Is she angry or something? Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. And less Engi. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. The message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I had to explain it. Sometimes you can't explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like anyone would agree that the subject of the poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course. It's about how everyone thinks that doesn't matter. My what? Could be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Oh, is this... I feel like I know what this is relating to, but okay then. Something that you're afraid if people find out, they'd make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Huh. That's funny. Yuri wrote about something similar today. Huh? Did you say Yuri? Yeah. She said her poem was about an unusual hobby of hers. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. And people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those things. Really? Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt that she has some weird hobbies. What is this phase? Not that there's anything wrong with that. Not like I would judge her or anything. Natsuki has trouble finding words. I guess I should try not to be so mean to her. If she feels insecure about her weird behaviors and stuff. I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure. And Yuri made me feel very insecure yesterday. But the way you put it sounds like she's learned a lesson. Well, I would say so. Even if her writing style is really different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like conveying emotions is important. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow, so look forward to it. Okay. Alright, now for the one we've been all looking for, because these are the ones that are designed for her. Let's see how she likes this one. Hawk, I really love your poems. I can't believe you've been hiding these from me. I'm not hiding anything. But poems are so good. Yesterday's and this one's too. You can't tell me you haven't done this before. I mean, you're really the only one who feels that way, so... Eh? No way. Not even Natsuki? Well, I guess Natsuki is least likely to admit how much she likes something. But I don't think it's that. What do you mean? Well, I guess I'll be honest about it. It's a lot easier to write poems when I'm thinking about you. Eh? Stop thinking weird things, idiot. I just mean that you're a really expressive person, I guess. How am I supposed to write poems about my own stupid life? But you somehow make everything in your life an adventure. Even the little things, like cooking. Let's not talk about that. So yeah, I guess what I'm saying is that I can feel more feelings through you than I can through myself. We have that kind of weird connection. It's your fault for getting in my business all the time. Eh? I don't know if I understand. You never understand when I try to explain things to you, do you, Sayori? I pat Sayori's head. Hey, not a kid, you know. You sure about that? Well, maybe. God, she's adorable. Sayori starts fiddling with her pencil between her hands. Hey, Hawk, will you give me your poem? I kinda want to keep it. Why? Because, well, this is the first time you've written something for me. Sorry, you completely misunderstood. I didn't write this for you. Are you even listening anymore? Well, whatever. I'll give it to you when I go home. Or when we go home. Really? Snap. Ah! I broke my pencil. Sonny hastily bends down to pick up the piece she dropped. But being inattentive to her surroundings, she bumps right into me. Sorry. It's fine, it's fine. I'll get it for you. I bend down to pick up the broken pencil. Sayori clutches the desk beside her to support her, knees shaking. A little clumsy today. Let's sit down, Sayori. Yeah. I grab Sayori's arm and help her sit at the desk. Anyway, I still haven't read your poem. Oh. Sorry, I forgot about that. But it's not as good as yours. Jeez, don't worry. I'm sure I'll like it. Oh boy. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all of the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles, all in a row. Gotta, wow, that's a long one. This is a long one. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friends feel a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go. Like exploring a dark cave. Discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging. Scraping and scraping. I blow dust off the bottle caps. Does it feel like time's elapsed? My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally all done, I open up, and in come my friends. In they come, in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from my shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 inside my head. I'm not sure if this is airheadedness or something worse. Seems okay, I guess. Holy crap. Sorry, did you really write this? Of course I did. I didn't tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever. Yeah, but I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It was kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out really good and you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. Gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing is the best. Gonna keep running until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. There's always this habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. Seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be so pessimistic. That's the case. So. Alrighty, well, I think that's a good stopping point for this episode, guys. Hope you all did enjoy this. Again, for those that have not played this, it's gonna start picking up. For those of you who have played this, or have at least watched people play this, I'm not gonna say anything. So, I will definitely say though, watching this like playing through this the second time, you really see a very different meaning in all of Monica's poems. Like both of them have, like, I was editing the first episode and I realized, holy crap, the first one actually meant a lot. And it's easy to miss it the first time, but when you play through this game the second or third or however many times and you actually read that poem, there's a lot of interesting bits in it that really make you think about it. And this one seemed a little bit interesting too from her. Not really sure what to think about when it comes to these particular poems now from her. So definitely, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of props to playing it through a second time or maybe even a third time, because maybe you start to pick up more and more and more on the tiny details of things. Because it's kind of like, this is kind of one of those games where it's like every subtle little difference is like a little grain of sand that eventually will make a heap. It's just how long does it take before you notice the heap? So, anyway, hope you guys did enjoy it. I will see you guys in the next live stream or video that I do. Until then, I'll see you guys all again real soon.